It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Subway, and Bayport Credit Union.
The umbrellas are up as the rains came down. Mother Nature making things interesting as 32 local teams began their chase for a state championship tonight. I'm Nathan Epstein, filling in for Bruce Rader on this special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights. And if you were at some of these games, then hope you're dried up a little bit. We begin tonight in Class 6. Oscar Smith, under the leadership of first-year head coach Chris Scott, has been rolling since their season-opening loss to Highland Springs, making it 9 straight wins for the Tigers. We go to Tiger Stadium. Oscar Smith emerging from the Tiger cage, taking on a Western Branch team they haven't lost to in 16 years. First drive for Oscar Smith in blue. Kevon King busts it right through the Bruins line into the secondary, 30 yards, touchdown, Tigers. Oscar Smith offense just getting started. Very next drive, Tevon Norfleet. You can't arm tackle this dude, finds the open space, and he is gone. 38-yard touchdown run, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Tigers up 14-0. We know they can run it, but with quarterback Ethan Vasco running the show, they can throw it. Nobody open right. Ethan Vasco throws left. Wide open. Roman Copeland Jr. 14-yard touchdown pass, and Oscar Smith goes on for the big win, 60-0. Staying in Class 6, Cosby from Chesterfield County making the trip to the beach to take on 2-seed Ocean Lakes in the Gray. In the words of the great Chris Berman, whoop! Devon Allen leaves his defender in the dust. Big gain for Ocean Lakes. Next play, any guess who's getting the ball? It's Allen. Tries left, cuts it middle, easy, finds the end zone. Dolphins extend their lead 21-12. Heading into the fourth quarter, next Dolphin drive, Kobe James going long, and who else? Devon Allen. This isn't even fair. Allen putting on a show. Some nasty moves there. The Dolphins put this game away on the ground. The give to Kai Hodge, right up the gut. His 3rd touchdown of the night. Ocean Lakes rolls to a 28-12 win. They would play the winner of our next game. Grassfield, the 6th seed in Class 6 on the road against Thomas Dale. Start off in the first half, less than a minute left. Thomas Dale on offense, and D'Angelo Gray takes the screen pass and, yep, does the rest. Check this out. Cuts it to the inside, avoids the entire Grizzlies defense, and he would walk into the end zone. 33-0, Thomas Dale just having their way with Grassfield. Grizzlies would throw back a punch before the half. Brant Swanger throws a dart to Trayshawn Washington for the touchdown. 33-7 at halftime, but no upset for Grassfield. The 6th seed Thomas Dale wins it 55-28, and they move on to the region semifinals. 4 seed Landstown taking on 5 seed Franklin County at the Sportsplex. An all-Eagles showdown for a spot in the semifinals against Oscar Smith. This game was insane. Franklin County in the gray, moving the chains early. Jaron Smith, he's not going down, and finally gets taken down inside the Landstown 20. Franklin hadn't thrown a pass until Joshua Luckett lobs this one to the corner. Garrett Garman, perfect timing. Touchdown, Franklin up 7-0. Second quarter, Landstown still down a score as Chris Price scrambles, hits Theo Sherrod, puts the Eagles inside the 5. Next play, Price calls his own number. We're tied at 7. And we're just getting warmed up. Smith again, the carry for Franklin. This time breaks free. It's 6. Eagles, that is his Eagles, up 14-7. But Landstown's offense not satisfied, looking for another big play right before the half. Nobody delivers a big play like Luckman Haskett. Price finds him, 70 yards, goodbye. Landstown goes on to win it, 35-27. All right, now we go to Class 5, where we have 2 unbeaten teams. The 2 seed, 10-0 Maury, and the top seed, 10-0 Salem from Virginia Beach, which features not only an explosive offense, but a lockdown defense that has given up just 22 points and posted 7 shutouts. Salem Sun Devils, under the pouring rain, opening the playoffs against 8 seed Cox first quarter. Didn't we mention that Salem defense? Cox looking to pass, picked off. Kymar Gatlin, nice return too. With conditions, neither team could really score in the first quarter. We did get a little dancing from the cheerleaders. A little dancing in the rain. So we go to the second. The snap to quarterback Saquon Miles calls his own number, and he has got miles ahead of him all the way through the mud to pay dirt. Salem takes a 7-0 lead. Half is winding down, but the Sun Devils still sprinting. Lex Henry, the senior, gets loose. nearly broke it, but that would lead to a field goal as the half expired. It's another Salem shutout who advances with a 17-0 win over the Falcons. Morey, maybe the best offense in Hampton Roads. Here they come, undefeated. Commodores taking on a very good Deep Creek team. Came in with a 7-3 record. Morey in blue, wasting no time. First play from scrimmage. There goes C.J. Beasley. 75 yards for the touchdown. Beasley actually decommitted from Virginia Tech a little while ago. And a little while later, quarterback E.J. Gibson connects with Ty Granger. Breaks a tackle and runs it in for the score. Still in the first. Why not? Let's call number 7 again. Beasley. Another score as he stretches the ball over the goal line. Morey's defense would get in on the scoring here, causing Deep Creek got to hold on to the ball. Fumble on the turf. Morey's Day-Day Evans picks it up. We're going the other way. Commodores score again, back in the region semis after downing Deep Creek 41-7. In Chesapeake, the River Rivalry, 3-seed Indian River against 6-seed Nansemond River, both teams 8-2. Nansemond River in red up 16-13 in the third quarter. Brent Stratton right up the gut puts Nansemond River in red up 22-13 for the fourth quarter. Nansemond River again driving, putting some pad on that lead, and quarterback Nolan Jefferson slides in and barely working his way over that pylon. Touchdown, it's 32-13, and Indian River with the ball, looking to get something going with a little over 4 minutes left in the game. Pass almost intercepted. Any hopes that Indian River had for a comeback, Nansemond River puts them to bed. The Braves season ends and the Warriors moving on with a 40-13 win. Princess Anne having its best season in 20 years, hosting Woodside from the Peninsula. PA 8-2, Woodside 9-1. And the Wolverines have a lockdown defense. Fourth quarter, Woodside and White up 7-0. Ball pops loose and the Cavaliers recover, but that drive would stall. Princess Anne still has a chance. Just 11 seconds left on third down, and Michael Newell finds Tony Grimes, 5-star recruit, for the short gain to give the Cavaliers one last shot. 6 seconds remain. Newell with the Hail Mary, and no answer. Woodside survives the Mudfest 7-0. When we come back on this special playoffs edition of Friday Night Flights, action from Class 4, including the top seed Lake Taylor, which beat the Reign by playing its game last night. And in Class 3, the undefeated York Falcons trying to avoid the big upset against visiting Petersburg, and that is next. Stay with us on Friday Night Flights. Welcome back to Friday Night Flights. We now move on to Class 4 in the top seed in the region. The Lake Taylor Titans, they opened up the playoffs against Great Bridge. With rain in the forecast, Lake Taylor decided to move its game to last night, giving their star running back Malik Newton a dry field to run on. And on the flip side, loud 8-seed Great Bridge, better conditions. There we go. All right, now we're on the right game. Here comes Great Bridge. First play from scrimmage, Wildcats quarterback Nate Borboom. Raheem Deloach, 65-yard touchdown. Great Bridge went toe-to-toe with Lake Taylor in the first half. Hard to outscore Lake Taylor running back Malik Newton. He scored on a 17-yard run and then a 1-yard run, and then took off for a 60-yard touchdown. 2 more in the second half, and the Lake Taylor defense tossed a shutout in that second half. Lake Taylor quarterback Jeff Foster added a 36-yard scoring toss to Dallas Sproul, and Lake Taylor goes on to win it. There we go, 49-20. In the Class 4 quarterfinals. Menchville making its first playoff appearance in 26 years on the road against Churchland, which posted an 8-2 regular season record. And when it rains, you hand the ball off to the running backs, and the Truckers have a good one in Kenny Gallup Jr. Takes it to the outside, and he goes 47 yards for the score. Gallup's right in. Kenny wasn't done. Here, takes the outside right and slides in for another score, making it look easy. Kenny's last score would be on his last play as he makes some nice moves. Checks this out. Finds his way to the end zone, some patient running. 6 touchdowns on the night for Mr. Gallup as number 7 rolls on to a 41-8 win. In another Class 4 region quarterfinal, look at this score. An upset. Kings Fork, the 6th seed, 25-8 winners over the 3-seed War Hill, which closes out the season with 3 straight losses. Undefeated York, the 2 seed in Class 3. Boy, have they had a good season, taking on 7 seed from Petersburg. Petersburg strikes first with a red zone score. Zyshawn White speeds his way into the end zone. And on York's next drive, they're going to even things up. Run right up the middle. Jaden Flood Brown, perfectly named on this night. Petersburg takes no time regaining the lead. Isaiah Scott rolls to his left and throws deep. They say you're not supposed to throw across your body, but he hits Zyshawn White. Second TD of the quarter. York would respond themselves with a direct snap. Diamante Brockington runs free, has nothing but the end zone in front of him, ties the game, and the dream season continues for York. The Bay Rivers champions, Falcons, winning a shootout over Petersburg, 55-40. Other Class 3 finals from tonight, Hopewell with a 61-8 win over Southampton. Phoebus gets past Tab, 46-7. The Phantoms move on to play York next weekend at Bailey Field. That ought to be a real good game. And still to come, scores and highlights from action in Class 2, including Pocosin trying to advance against the John Marshall team, looking to pull off the upset. Stay with us. More Friday Night Flights after this. Welcome back. Let's go to Class 2. Pocosin, the 3 seed, the Islanders' opponent, John Marshall from Richmond, coached by former Oscar Smith quarterback Phillip Sims. Late touchdown for Pocosin. Bailey Green finds his way to the end zone to make it 43-14, but John Marshall not done. Jamel Stewart intercepts the deep ball. Pocosin territory, and look at him muscle his way to the end zone. Pocosin wins this one 43-22. More finals from Class 1. Sussex Central eliminates Surrey County by a score of 32-14. Franklin advances the Broncos over Central Lunenburg 24-19, the final in that game. A couple of games on tap for tomorrow in Class 4. Region 1, 4-seed Hampton takes on 5-seed Warwick at noon at Darling Stadium, and a good one in Class 3. 4-seed Lafayette against 5-seed Norcom. That game, 1 o'clock at Wayner Stadium. So some matchups next week in Class 6. Oscar Smith will take on Landstown. Ocean Lakes will face off against Thomas Dale. In Class 5, going to be Salem against Woodside, and Maury against Nansemond River. Class 4, Churchland against Kings Fork, and then Lake Taylor against the Hampton Warwick winner. So that is our first playoff edition of Friday Night Flights. Round 2 is on the way next week. We hope you had a good one tonight. Hope you dry off a little bit and maybe things are a little bit less rainy, less muddy next week. Have a good night and have a great weekend, everyone.